Hey Google, play All I Want for Christmas Is You. Hey guys, it's Angelica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have 3 easy, affordable Christmas decor DIYs for you. So if that interests you, please stick around, give this video a like, and subscribe down below. It would really help me out here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Let's get on into it.
So hopping into our first DIY, I used a piece of cardboard, in this case a Cheerios box, and something with a circular bottom. I just traced out 2 circles, cut those out with a pair of scissors. Then I grabbed something that was close to a quarter, but you can use a quarter. Trace that out in the middle of those circles, cut out a slit on those 2 circles, join them together, and make that slit a tiny bit bigger. Then I grabbed some white yarn, which I did grab this at the Dollar Tree, secured it to the end. This is probably the hardest part of the DIY, just making sure that end stays in place. But once it's in place, it becomes easy to just wrap this yarn around the full circle. So you're going to wrap it one way, then go back, and then go back once again. So you want to end up with something that looks like this. It's very puffy and nice. And just a pro tip, you want to make sure that when you're wrapping your yarn, you're not wrapping it super tightly, because then this next step of cutting in between your 2 cardboard circles will be really difficult. Since I was using a loose hand, it wasn't too terrible. Then you'll grab a piece of yarn and put that in between your 2 cardboard circles and just tie that together. I like to loop that around twice in the first knot to just, calm down my paranoid mind, and then do another knot on top of that. You take off those 2 cardboard circles and you end up with a pom-pom. If you want to make this pom-pom super even on all sides, you can just sandwich your pom-pom together and just cut off those excess little strands that are sticking out. Then you'll just repeat this process as many times as you want to create as many pom-poms as you need. Tie them on a piece of string, and that is it. You are set and have your pom-pom garland. So for the second DIY, I grabbed this galvanized tin along with these self-adhesive stencil letters that I found at the Dollar Tree. I just stuck them on the tin to spell out the saying, "Let it snow." Then I grabbed some black acrylic paint along with a sponge brush and just dabbed that black paint in my letters. Once that was nice and dry, I just went ahead and peeled those off. Unfortunately, these didn't work as well as I wanted them to, and there were a lot of gaps in my letters. So I took a Sharpie marker and just filled in those gaps. Then I was content with how that saying looked. Then I grabbed this berry garland I found at the Dollar Tree as well, wrapped it around the top of my tin, and just glued it down with some hot glue. In order to add a rustic touch, which I always want to do, I grabbed some twine, wrapped it around 3 of my fingers, pinched it tightly in the center, grabbed another piece of twine and tied it up in the center to make a little twine bow. Cut off that extra string and just hot glue that onto that other hot glue piece. Then I added 2 white plastic bags, grabbed a bag of cotton balls, and just placed those on top of those bags. And that is it, guys. You have a snowball bucket. Last DIY, I grabbed these wooden planks from the Dollar Tree. I did grab 3 of them and adhered them together using some hot glue and popsicle sticks. Once that was all set, I grabbed my Mod Podge and a paintbrush and just added a thin layer of that glue onto the flat side of my planks. This would adhere your fabric of choice to that wood. I went with buffalo check, but feel free to use any fabric of choice. Then I grabbed my scissors and cut off that excess fabric from the sides. I did find these cute little wooden tree ornaments. I thought they were the cutest thing, so I hot glued 3 of them to my wooden sign. I didn't want to be obvious that these were ornaments, so I grabbed some ribbon from the Dollar Tree and made 3 little cute bows and just hot glued them on top of those little holes. Then I cut the little endings. I went in with my red Waverly chalk paint and added the words ho ho ho. In order to make this a hanging sign, I grabbed this berry garland and hot glued it to the top. I thought the ho ho hos still needed to pop a little more, so I outlined it with some Sharpie permanent marker and added little dots of that black acrylic paint to the edges of those trees. I just thought it really tied in my fabric with the piece. And that is it, guys. You have yourself a nice little ho 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 sign.
So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed these 3 DIYs and replicate one of them at home for this Christmas season. I will catch you next week. Love you guys. Keep it crafty. Bye. Oh.